because of the way acids and bases can cancel each other out, and because we can use different chemicals as indicators to tell us how strong of an acid or a base is, and even if it's an acid or a base at all, we can use these two things to do something called a titration. A titration is using a known amount of acid or base to find out the concentration of an unknown amount of acid or base. And let me just show you how this is going to work. So you've seen something that looks like this already. I'm going to put some acid into my beaker here, maybe just 2 of these. I leave one over here. So I got these 2 things in here. The acid looks like this in the solution. And let's say I don't know how strong this acid is. I just have some in a beaker and I got to try to figure it out. Well, I can find out by adding a chemical to this that will turn pink when it becomes basic. And there's a chemical that we like to use when doing titrations. It's a big one. It's called phenolphthalein. And that turns pink when I have a base. So if I start adding some base to this, I can try to figure out, well, how much base does it take until I cancel out all of the acid and all I have left is pure water. So when I put some base in here, this is going to split apart and I'm going to form some water there and some table salt here, and I might say, well, it didn't change colors yet. I must need to add more base. So I'm going to add another one and bring it in here. And when I add that in, okay, the sodium and the chlorine find each other, and this hydroxide finds this, and okay, I still don't see a color change because I'm using a chemical that only changes color in a base. So I'm going to add another one of these and bring it in here. And now when I add this, I might say, oh, my solution just turned pink because I'm doing something that turns pink in a base. I must have neutralized all the acid. And in this case, I can say something like, well, I added 3 drops of base to this acid, so the base must be, or the acid must have been of a certain strength based on that. Okay, here we go. So follow along on your lab sheet, and basically what we're going to do is add vinegar to this reaction well plate, add a little phenolphthalein, and then add base until it turns and stays pink. So I'm going to add 10 drops of the R family vinegar to each of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're going to do, let's do 2 trials of each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm going to add my drop of phenolphthalein to each spot. The exact amount isn't critical. And now I'm going to start adding sodium hydroxide. And I got to make sure to count these and see how many it takes. So there's 1, 2. You might see it turning barely pink for a second. 3, 4. And then if I mix it up a little bit, the pink disappears. And that's because when the base first touches the phenolphthalein, it turns pink. And then over time, as the acid and the base come into contact with each other, all the H's from the acid find all the OH's from the base and make water, and that's neutral. So then the color disappears. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, 10 drops was close. 11. All right, it took 11 drops in that first trial. Let's try trial number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, 7 drops only. Okay, that's how we do more than one trial. And now I'm going to switch to the next brand being value time. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video as I fill those spots. Okay, this is now the value time brand. I'm going to start adding drops. And I got a stirring rod to use this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There we go. It took 20 drops for that one. Let's try this next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 drops, unless I miscounted. Sometimes I think, oh wait, did I skip a number in there? You can correct me if I did. Okay, so there we have the drops for that one. And now we can go on to our final brand. Okay, this is the brand that's called That's Smart. And let's see how many it takes. How many drops? The more drops it takes, the stronger the vinegar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Forgot to add phenolphthalein for a second, so I can just pick it up where I left off now that I added it. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, one more I think, 15 drops of base till it was neutralized. Now let's try one more trial. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Ooh, one more I think. Oop. I think I accidentally dropped in 2. We'll call that 16 though. There we go. So now based on this evidence, we can make some conclusions about which vinegar is strongest based on what we saw here, with the understanding that acids can get neutralized by a base when the amount of acid and base cancel each other out. When all of the hydrogen from the acid finds all the hydroxide from the base, they make water, which is neutral. So go ahead and finish the rest of that lab sheet for the rest of the day today. Thanks and have a good day.